Multicultural Affairs Minister Anne Ali slammed Scott Morrison for damaging social cohesion with his comments on Islam. But when the government's most senior Muslim MP was asked on ABC Radio this morning if she welcomed Israel's president visiting Australia, social cohesion didn't seem so important.
Do you welcome President Herzog's visit?
Well, President Herzog was invited in the aftermath of the Bondi attacks, as is protocol.
Do you welcome the visit?
I think, as I said, he was invited.
Will you be welcoming him? Is this a welcome visit?
He was invited for the victims of the Bondi terror attack, and that is protocol, Sally.
Now, late this afternoon, she put out a statement saying our country needs to come together in unity and I welcome anything that assists that process. Joining me now is co-convener of Labor Friends of Israel, former Labor Minister Mike Kelly. Mike, welcome to the program. What did you think of Anne Ali's refusal to endorse the Israeli president's visit?
Good evening, James. Look, clearly everybody in the Labor movement at the moment is under this enormous pressure to effectively give in to those who are advocating the elimination of free speech in our country. You know, there was such a big pile on when it came to the Adelaide Writers' Festival advocating for free speech, and yet at every turn, these people, these groups, these organisations, this propaganda machine attempts to eliminate free speech in this country. And the irony is, of course, Anne's a friend of mine, and I know she spoke to me about the sort of abuse she's copped from Islamist, extremist and fundamentalists as a liberated professional woman. And the irony is that Isaac Herzog is a progressive person from the Labor movement. And this is a guy who's campaigned on gay rights in Israel and is engaged in activities around climate change, all this sort of stuff, all the progressive side of politics and activities. And so these people that are trying to prevent him from coming here are the sort of people that would welcome with open arms genocidal, Islamo-fascist, medieval people who would deny women's rights, deny the LGBTQI community's rights, would pour kerosene on the fires of those in our community that have had their minds poisoned in relation to our Jewish community. So, the imbalance here is stark. It's just this incredible, putrid, rank hypocrisy, and the pressure and assaults they apply to people in the Labor movement particularly, and attempts to take over the Labor movement, is deeply disturbing. And it's now developed into a seam of really nasty anti-Semitism that the ALP must eradicate. And I've watched this and observed this on ALP chat groups and comments, and it's deeply disturbing. These comments reflect some of the oldest anti-Semitic tropes that we've seen in history, and it just has to stop.
Just quickly, what's the objection from those within Labor to the president's visit?
Look, they seem to think that anybody from Israel, doesn't matter who they are, going to be evildoers and genocidal maniacs, etc., playing into the really systematic propaganda campaign that's been run and really amplified ever since the 7th of October. They swung into gear straight away. It was highly orchestrated, highly organised. And so their attempts is to deny any legitimacy, any acceptance of anybody effectively from Israel, notwithstanding who they might be, whether they're, peace activists, whether they're people from the progressive side of Israel in Herzog. It doesn't matter. This demon, and it's the old Natan Sharansky.
You're so right. Mike Kelly, you are so right. The hypocrisy is just incredible. I'm sorry that's all we've got time for, but I appreciate you joining me tonight. Thank you very much.